Welcome to the Weekly Examiner, where we examine this week's top stories. I'm Lisa Rule. There was tragedy in the Canadian capital this week. The Ottawa shooting left a Canadian Army reservist dead, along with the alleged shooter. Army reservist Nathan Cirillo was shot in the back while guarding Canada's National War Memorial. Alleged gunman Michael Bibo then made it into Parliament minutes later, where more gunshots erupted. Kevin Vickers, Sergeant-at-Arms of Canada's House of Commons, is credited with taking down the shooter. Bibo is said to have recently converted to Islam and have ties to jihadists in Canada, but is said to have no ties to any broader terror groups. It was reported this week that 3 teen girls from Colorado were caught skipping school to go join the Islamic State in Syria. The girls were stopped at the airport in Frankfurt, Germany, after one of their families reported $2,000 missing and that the girls had fled with their passports. 2 of the girls are sisters of Somali descent, and the other is of Sudanese descent. The girls have since been returned to their families in Colorado. An investigation is ongoing. In good news this week, after 5 months of detention in North Korea, Jeffrey Full was released by his captors back to his family in Ohio. Full was detained for leaving a Bible at a club in North Korea. While he was released, 2 Americans are still being held captive in North Korea, Kenneth Bay and Matthew Miller. Bay was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor in 2013, and Miller has yet to go to trial. Both Dallas nurses who became infected with Ebola after treating now-deceased Thomas Eric Duncan have been declared Ebola-free after tests came back negative for the deadly virus. Nina Pham was being treated at the National Institutes of Health in Maryland, while Amber Vinson was at Emory University Hospital in Atlanta. While there was good news on the U.S. Ebola front this week, late Thursday night, a doctor who returned from work in Guinea was diagnosed with Ebola. Dr. Craig Spencer had been in West Africa with Doctors Without Borders to treat those with the disease. Spencer returned to New York City on October 17th, but didn't show any signs or symptoms of Ebola until Thursday morning. He is now being treated at New York's Bellevue Hospital Center. Next week, keep your eyes on the campaign trail. With just 1 week until the 2014 midterm elections, watch for debates and aggressive campaigning all over the country. For up-to-the-minute breaking political news, be sure to stay with WashingtonExaminer.com throughout the weekend and check out the latest edition of Washington Examiner magazine on newsstands Monday.